The capture. The Arcturus colony celebration lights dimmed as Ambassador Sarah Chen took the stage. After decades of isolation, humanity was finally ready for first contact. The crystalline dome above revealed a sky filled with unfamiliar stars, a reminder of how far they'd ventured from Earth. "Today marks a new chapter in human history," Sarah began, her voice steady despite her racing heart. The delegation from the Meridian Empire would arrive within hours, promising technological exchange and peaceful cooperation. She never saw the attack coming. The dome shattered. Crystalline shards rained down as sleek, obsidian ships descended through the breach. Their weapons fired with surgical precision, targeting the colony's defensive systems first. Sarah watched in horror as her security detail crumpled under waves of sonic disruption. The Meridians weren't here for peace. Massive figures in biomechanical armor strode through the chaos. Their movements were unnaturally fluid, like mercury given form. The leader, standing nearly 3 meters tall, fixed Sarah with 4 gleaming eyes. "The diplomat," it said in perfectly synthesized English. "Secure her. Terminate the rest." Sarah fought as they dragged her away, but their grip was inexorable. The last thing she saw was her colony burning, screams cut short by alien weapons. Then darkness took her. She awoke in a cell that defied physics. The walls seemed to bend and shift, creating impossible angles that made her head spin. A voice whispered in her mind, probing for information about Earth's defenses, military capabilities, and most importantly, the rumors of something called Project Sentinel. "We know your kind keeps secrets," the voice hissed. "We've studied your transmissions. There are gaps in your military history, technologies that vanished, soldiers who disappeared. Tell us what you're hiding." Sarah laughed, blood trickling from her nose. "You should have just asked nicely." The pain began then. Days blurred together as they tried to break her. The Meridians were masters of biological manipulation. They could extend nerve endings, amplify pain receptors, keep her conscious long past human limits. But they couldn't break her will. On Earth, the emergency beacon hidden in Sarah's diplomatic credentials had done its job. Deep beneath the Rocky Mountains, in a facility that officially didn't exist, alarms blared for the first time in a century. General Maya Rodriguez stared at the monitors in disbelief. The Meridian Empire, a name that hadn't appeared in any first contact scenarios, had revealed their true nature. "How many colonists?" she asked, dreading the answer. "Over 15,000, ma'am. The Arcturus colony is gone." Maya closed her eyes, her decision already made. "Wake them up. All of them." "Ma'am. Project Sentinel has been dormant for I know how long they've slept. But this is exactly what they were created for. The Meridians want to see humanity's secrets." Maya's fingers flew across the console, entering authorization codes unchanged since World War III. "Let's show them what we've been hiding." Deep below, in cryogenic chambers stretching for kilometers, ice began to crack. 100,000 pods hummed to life, each containing a soldier enhanced beyond normal human limits. They were the products of humanity's darkest hours, when survival meant pushing the boundaries of human potential. Project Sentinel was awakening. And soon, the Meridian Empire would learn why humanity's military history had such convenient gaps. Some weapons were too dangerous to be left active during peacetime. Sarah Chen's torture continued, but now she smiled through the pain. She'd recognized the subtle vibration through the ship's hull, quantum engines powering up for war. The Meridians were about to learn that humanity's diplomatic mask had teeth. Ancient warriors. The cryo chambers hissed open in sequence, releasing clouds of supercooled vapor. Captain Marcus Wright was among the first to wake, his enhanced muscles burning as circulation returned. His last memories were of the war, of being told they would sleep until humanity needed them again. Looking at the date display, he realized just how long they'd slept. 117 years, he muttered, flexing fingers that could bend steel. Around him, other Sentinel soldiers were awakening. Each had been chosen for their genetic compatibility with the enhancements, then pushed beyond human limits. General Rodriguez briefed them on the situation. The Meridian Empire, their ships, their technology, it was all more advanced than anything they'd faced before. But Sentinel soldiers weren't just enhanced physically. Their minds had been augmented too. As Marcus absorbed the tactical data, new neural pathways activated. Combat algorithms that had slept with them began running scenarios, analyzing weaknesses in Meridian technology. They rely heavily on quantum field manipulation, he noted, studying the footage of the Arcturus attack. Their ships, their weapons, even their armor, it's all based on controlling local spacetime. Can we counter it? Rodriguez asked. Marcus smiled, his enhanced mind already seeing the patterns. Their technology is advanced, but it follows rules. Rules can be broken. We just need to hit them hard enough to disrupt their field generators. After that, they'll learn that superior technology doesn't guarantee victory. The next few days were a blur of preparation. Sentinel soldiers reactivated their weapon systems, bleeding-edge technology that had been too dangerous to leave in regular military hands. Quantum disruptors, temporal grenades, monomolecular blades that could slice through any known material. But their greatest weapon was their adaptability. The enhancements didn't just make them stronger or faster, they could evolve, learning and adapting to new threats in real time. The more the Meridians threw at them, the more dangerous they would become. Marcus studied the prisoner data carefully. Ambassador Chen's resistance was buying them time, keeping the Meridians focused on her instead of preparing for a counterattack. But they needed to move soon. Even enhanced humans had limits. Remember your training, he told his squad as they boarded the stealth ships. We're not just soldiers. We're humanity's failsafe, the guardians they created for exactly this kind of threat. The Meridians think they're superior. Let's show them what human ingenuity really means. The Awakening. The Sentinel fleet moved through hyperspace like shadows, their quantum drives modified to mask their approach. On the command ship, Marcus and his team made final preparations. Each soldier carried weapons specifically designed to counter Meridian technology. Their armor was a marvel of human engineering, reactive plates that could adapt to energy weapons, built-in medical systems that could regrow limbs, and neural interfaces that linked each soldier into a unified combat network. They were the product of humanity's determination to survive, no matter the cost. Sarah Chen had no way of knowing rescue was coming. In her cell aboard the Meridian flagship, she endured another round of interrogation. But something had changed. The aliens were becoming frustrated, even afraid. Their attempts to break her were growing desperate. Your species is primitive, her torturer insisted. You cannot have defenses we cannot penetrate. Tell us what you're hiding. Sarah just smiled through broken teeth. She'd figured it out, the Meridians hadn't attacked out of mere conquest. They'd detected something on Earth that terrified them. Project Sentinel wasn't just a military program, it was humanity's declaration that they would never be helpless victims. The first sign of rescue came as a subtle vibration through the ship's hull. Sarah felt it because she was waiting for it. The Meridians, overconfident in their technological superiority, didn't realize their quantum sensors were being systematically blinded. Sentinel ships emerged from hyperspace inside the Meridian defense grid. Their modified engines turned the aliens' own quantum field technology against them, creating blind spots in their supposedly perfect surveillance. The battle began without warning. Sentinel soldiers, their enhanced bodies moving faster than Meridian targeting systems could track, breached the flagship's hull in multiple locations. Their weapons disrupted the quantum fields the aliens relied on, turning their advanced technology into useless metal. Counterattack. The Meridian flagship's corridors became a battlefield unlike any in human history. Sentinel soldiers moved with impossible speed, their enhanced reflexes and neural combat systems letting them fight in perfect coordination. Each squad was a singular organism, adapting and evolving as they encountered new Meridian defenses. Marcus led the team pushing toward Sarah's position. Their monomolecular blades cut through Meridian armor like paper, while quantum disruptors turned the aliens' own weapons against them. But the Meridians weren't helpless. They responded with biological weapons, releasing engineered viruses and nanites. They learned quickly that Sentinel soldiers weren't just physically enhanced. Their immune systems could adapt to any biological attack, while their neural networks could counter AI-driven nanites. Each Meridian weapon only made them stronger, their bodies and minds evolving in real time. Sarah heard the battle approaching. Her cell's quantum fields flickered as Sentinel weapons disrupted the ship's power grid. When the door finally melted away, she saw her rescuers, human soldiers unlike any she'd imagined, their armor scarred but unbreaking, their movements precise and lethal. Ambassador Chen, Marcus said, helping her up. Sorry we're late. Traffic was hell. The rescue was just the beginning. As Sarah was evacuated, Sentinel forces began executing their real mission, showing the Meridian Empire exactly why humanity had seemed so defensively weak. They hadn't been weak, they'd been holding back. Retribution. The Meridian Empire had built their society on technological superiority. They'd never imagined their quantum technology could be countered, their biological weapons rendered useless, their perfect defenses breached. They'd never faced an enemy that could adapt faster than they could attack. Sentinel forces systematically dismantled the Meridian fleet. Each engagement taught them more about their enemy's capabilities, and each lesson made them deadlier. The aliens watched in horror as their most advanced weapons were turned against them by enemies who seemed to evolve between shots. The final battle took place above Earth, as the Meridian Empire launched a desperate attack on humanity's homeworld. They never reached the atmosphere. Sentinel ships, now fully adapted to Meridian technology, tore through their fleet with surgical precision. In the aftermath, Sarah Chen once again stood before an audience. Her injuries were healed, but she'd insisted on keeping one scar, a reminder of the price of peace. Behind her stood Marcus and his fellow Sentinel soldiers, their enhanced forms a visible warning to any who would threaten humanity. We offered friendship, she declared, her words broadcast across human space and to the remaining Meridian worlds. Instead, you chose violence. Remember this, humanity's greatest strength isn't our weapons or our technology. It's our ability to adapt, to overcome, to face any challenge and emerge stronger. The Meridian Empire sued for peace within days. Their leaders had finally understood, humanity hadn't survived and spread across the stars through luck. They'd done it by creating guardians who embodied the very essence of human determination and adaptability. Project Sentinel remained active, its soldiers standing watch for new threats. But their existence was no longer a secret. Throughout human space, people slept peacefully, knowing that if danger ever came again, humanity's guardians would awaken. And they would adapt. They would overcome. They would protect. Because that's what they were created to do. That's what humanity had always done best, face the impossible, and find a way to win.